I'm going to be grateful that we have made it to this point in another year. And I'm going to lament all the dreams that didn't turn out the way I hoped.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can hold both, and God can hold both with us.
Welcome to More Than Small Talk. We're Susie Eller,
Jennifer Watson,
and Holly Girth, writers and real life friends. We're inviting you to go deeper, become freer, and feel more connected.
So imagine you have a cup of coffee, a mug of tea, or a green smoothie in your hand,
and we're all hanging out in your favorite place together.
Happy Thanksgiving, More Than Small Talk friends. If you live in the U.S., we know many of you do not, and we are so happy that we have global friendships. So we are going to focus on, no surprise here, gratitude today and what that can look like in our lives.
Yeah. You know, we might look at this and think that it is a light and fluffy conversation. Mm-hmm. I don't think so at all. I think this can completely change families and relationships in our own hearts. So here's the confession question. Mm-hmm. What is one way to walk into intentional gratitude? And maybe we can start by somebody describing what it is to do something with intention.
I'm looking at Holly. She's my encyclopedia sometimes.
I think it's just doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like you're choosing it as opposed to like a reaction or something that feels forced. You're saying, I value this enough to choose it.
And I make a plan for it.
Yeah.
Intentional has a plan.
Yeah.
And so it's something that it's not a wish list. It's not, I hope that I can be intentional.
Yeah.
I am going to be intentional and this is what it's going to look like. So what is one way you walk into intentional gratitude?
I've been really catching myself talking about what's going right and what's good in my life instead of the things that are heavy or that I'm still working out. But giving that more airtime, all of like the endless blessings and the gifts that God's given me, I want to be talking about that so much more than the other stuff.
Yeah. So for me, I do think I'm a 7 now. I'm kind of maybe accepting that on the Enneagram. I don't know, with a hard right of justice. So 8. So I think I'm a joyful advocator. But gratitude comes a little easier for me, I think, but I also believe that when I'm heavy and burdened or frustrated, that to be able to sit down and say, I am grateful for, and really, really search for something in that moment. This is not to pretend like things don't feel hard, but it's looking for light in the dark for me.
Yeah. Good. And I do a little gratitude journal every day at the end of the day. I use an app called Day One. It makes it really easy on my phone. So I'll do it while I'm laying on the couch watching TV or in bed before I go to sleep, and just a few little bullet points. And that just helps, I think, retrain my brain, because our brains have a negativity bias, which keeps us alive, so that we notice the bear charging into the studio before we notice the flowers. But I think just understanding that and knowing that that is our default as humans. And so if we want to think differently, it actually takes practice.
Yeah.
It's like learning a new sport. And that can be tricky. And I think also it's important to know we don't always have to feel grateful to practice gratitude.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the emotion's there, but sometimes it's not. And I think it's okay either way. It's still just about, I'm going to intentionally redirect my focus in a different way.
Yeah. You know, I brought up the Enneagram, and if there are those of you who don't like it, I'm sorry
Listen
about
to
that.
our last episode.
Part of the Enneagram 6 is somebody who's always on the lookout for what could happen. And I have a loved one in my life that has that very strongly. And so I've come to understand that this is when this person jumps into action and immediately is like, oh, this bad thing could happen, that bad thing could happen, we got to watch out for this. It is truly a form of love and protection in this person's life. And so what I want to acknowledge is that it's harder for some of us to lean into gratitude because of the way we're wired.
Yeah.
And what is gratitude? I mean, what is gratitude really? Like if y'all said, what's the Susie definition of gratitude? And then Jennifer definition.
Well, let's start with Jennifer.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, like, it's like, I don't want to use thankful, but appreciating. Like, it just is appreciation for what we have, the people, life, but it's just a deep appreciation in a way that you want to be mindful and notice the things that are good.
I like those words. Yeah. So I shared in our last episode that I just got back. Like my feet are still hurting so bad from climbing mountains in the Appalachians with my daughter-in-law. And there was one point to where my legs were doing great, but my lungs were like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Because I am a 2-time breast cancer survivor. So I've had radiation and I had a burn on my lungs that caused some scar tissue. And I don't feel it in everyday life, but I do feel it in air that is thin at 6,000 feet. And I said to my daughter-in-law, you go ahead with the group. I'm going to take a minute here and I'm just going to lay down. And I have this beautiful picture that somebody took and sent to me out of the group. But I'm laying there and my lungs literally are like, I'm trying to pull in air that I need because we've been 4 miles up the mountain and they're done. But I'm laying there and all of a sudden, finally my lungs settle down and I look up. And all I can see are mountains and sky, and the trees were changing. So reds and gold and yellow and orange. And then I started hearing the conversations of people around me. Some of them who had started in Georgia and who were walking to Maine. I was on the Tennessee-North Carolina line. So they had been walking. Wow. And it appeared that they had been. I mean, it was ragged. It's a hard thing to do. There were a lot of conversations about God that I was hearing as people were walking by, because something about being at the end of your rope in the most stunningly beautiful place that you can be, it brings up these images of God. And suddenly I had appreciation for a lot of things, that word appreciation. I had appreciation for my lungs. I had appreciation that even though I had battled twice now, I was on a mountain climbing with my beautiful daughter-in-law, and I got to do that. I had appreciation for the rock I was lying on. I mean, just suddenly these things begin to come. And so for me in that moment, it was seeing beyond the battle to the beauty that was all around me. And I might have missed it. Yeah. So I'm not sad. And I told Kristen that later. I said, I'm not sad that I told you guys, go ahead and go to the top of the mountain. I'm going to be here. And sometimes we get really sad when we have to stop because we're in a battle and we're just trying to catch our breath or trying to figure out how to move forward. And in that moment, instead of feeling not enough or I should have pushed harder, it was like, oh my word. I am surrounded by beauty. Long story, but that was just a moment of gratitude that was beyond what I could even imagine.
Thanks for joining us for this conversation. If you feel grateful for more than small talk, we definitely feel grateful for you. One little way to say thank you is leaving a review about the podcast on your platform, wherever you listen. Reviews really help because other people see them and think, maybe that's for me too. So if you have a little bit of time today or in the coming few weeks, we would love for you to leave us a review. And again, we are certainly grateful for you. And I think I would say for me, gratitude is just saying thank you for a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
gift of my health. Thank you for the gift of my friends. Thank you for the gift of your
Chocolate
love.
cake with
Yes.
peanut butter icing.
Whatever it is. It's like,
Yeah.
just say thank you
Mhm.
for the gift.
Yeah.
So what about the times when gratitude is tough? Like
Yeah.
someone may be listening today and their
Mm.
relatives are making them crazy and the turkey burned and maybe it's terrible
The uncle's
weather.
telling that same story. Or somebody's bringing up politics. Yes. Yes. How do you do
So,
it then?
Yeah. So what does gratitude look like in the moments when it's a little tricky?
Well, I think what you said was really good in that it's okay if you're not feeling it.
Mm.
You know,
That's good.
I just think that giving yourself permission to just be like, you know what, this is, I'm struggling on this. It's not that I'm not grateful for a lot of things, but right now I don't feel it. I think that's okay.
So I make a plan before
do.
holiday events. And one of the plans is there are going to be things said and done that might rub me the wrong way. And I'm going to plan to not engage or embrace or confront because it's really not my job.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a plan that if it gets overwhelming, that I'm going to take a small break because I need to.
Yeah.
And let myself fill back up. It's like that lung thing. Sometimes you got to stop because on that trail, I knew involuntarily I was going to pass out or voluntarily I was going to lay down. It was going to be one or the other. So to know in advance, here's some things that could happen. And I'm not doing this out of fear. I'm doing this because I'm planning. I'm intentional. And I'm going to make a plan. And part of that plan, too, is to be thankful for the whole picture and not just one tiny slice of it.
Yeah. I think, too, knowing we are never required to only be grateful.
Thank you.
Like lament is holy, too.
Yes.
And so I think for a lot of us, significant days, we put on the expectation that we're only going to feel grateful. We're only going to feel happy. We're only going to enjoy everything. But if we can say, this is going to be a day of, as we say around here, both and.
Right.
Yeah.
Both
And
and.
I'm going to lament and I'm going to be grateful. You know, I'm going to be thankful for the people who are at my table and I'm going to lament that someone's not in their seat this year.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be grateful that we have made it to this point in another year. And I'm going to lament all the dreams that didn't turn out the way I hoped. Like we can hold both and God can hold both
Yes.
with us because both draw us nearer to him. So I think that's important too, is giving ourselves permission to experience the whole range of emotions. I think like holidays are just, everything's more intense.
Yes.
Like the positives more intense, the negatives more intense. Like it's just more intense.
It is.
And so anticipating that and saying, that's just human.
Yeah.
That's just, it's okay.
Yeah.
It'll, you know, next Tuesday, I probably won't feel as intensely about all these things.
Yeah.
But in this moment, it's okay if I experience the whole range of human emotions at one time. And gratitude is one of them, but it's not all of them.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Holly, that's really good. And I also think that's part of the plan is giving yourself permission to both lament and to have gratitude because we're human. And we're also, I feel like what happens is when we stuff down the lament and we just lean in and say, I am only going to be thankful. I am only going to be positive, which you want to be positive. But I feel like what you're doing, it's kind of like packing a rifle
Yeah.
with, you know, I don't even know what you pack a rifle with. I should know this. But at some point, it comes out.
Yeah.
And for me, if I just keep pushing down and pushing down and pushing down, and I will only be positive, I will only have a silver lining, at some point I'm going to become a volcano.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out. It might be in the car on the way home. It might be out by myself outside. And sadly, it might be that it spills out over someone else. So giving ourselves both and allows us not to have that pressure build up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this just even helps me kind of reframe all of that. Just like going in with a plan, knowing like when to take a break, and knowing that it's okay to hold space for both grief and gratitude.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
There is. So intentional gratitude is not putting on a face. Intentional gratitude is intentional in that you're making a plan to include both and you're looking for things that you might miss in the chaos and the busyness that are really beautiful if we take just a second to look at them and appreciate them.
Yeah.
And that can change everything for us.
Yeah.
And that's it for today's episode. Thanks for going deeper, becoming freer, and connecting with us. More Than Small Talk is a part of the KLRC Podcast Network and is produced by Kara Culver. Show notes and resources are available on the More Than Small Talk page on klrc.com. You can also join us in our Facebook group. Subscribe to More Than Small Talk on your favorite app so you won't ever miss an episode.